A good evening, Saints. Well, it's actually only about 6 o'clock, I think, 6:30, something like that. But I'm very happy to report that here in San Francisco, it was 5 o'clock and it was still light outside. So I guess we're slowly moving back to normal time. I mean, usually at 4:30, it's already starting to get dark here. So today, I think it lasted all the way to almost 6, the light. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to talk about this new phenomenon. Okay, I'm here to talk about this new beef sector. It's not a new beef sector, but I've noticed something different going on in the church sector of YouTube, right? Now, I don't know the official name. These sector names we give each other, I don't think any of these names are actually official. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with calling this the beef sector as opposed to Section 8 sector, which I thought was just off. But apparently we have some competition. So it used to be at the church sector on YouTube, there were certain people, certain characters who reported on church business, church scandals. And I think it kind of began with William McRae. Now, I know a lot of people don't like William McRae, whatever, but it seems like he was the forerunner. Is it forerunner the right word? Forerunner in this church gossip as an actual business or an actual regular thing that he did. William McRae. Then a couple of years ago, Larry Reed showed up on the picture. King Jives, he does the same similar thing. And that was it. It was those three were kind of where we were getting our church news here on YouTube, right? And I'm sure there are many others. There are people who are more serious, people from churches and stuff like that. But those were the primary. Then later on, people started having sites that just reported on McRae and Andrew Caldwell. Andrew Caldwell has never been any kind of commentator, but he's been a character, shall we say, on YouTube for quite a while. But Usher Board sprung up, and I'm not sure what the other one is called now. I forget. I'm getting a brain freeze. But the other one, Usher Board, and the other one that reported on William McRae and Caldwell, right? That's pretty much all they did. So that was a different kind of angle on the church circuit, right? Then they had other people like Earl Carter. They come on and say mean things. They people who are anti-homosexual and all this kind of stuff. But lately, it seems that every time I go to that sector for any current news, it seems like they're more fighting with each other than they are reporting on the church people. You go on 1 week, first they all jumped on McRae, right? McRae, he ended up in court. Now, these people are a little different than us on this sector because these people stay in court. Everybody's suing everybody, right? They're all trying to get each other and perhaps get coin from each other. And there's been rumors about people being paid off about stories and things like that. All in this church sector, right? So certain stories were being highlighted. Certain stories that seem to be buried. But there's no proof around that, any of that really. It's just a competition. So at first they were all over William McRae. So I said, okay, so King Jive, and there's another guy, Conscious TV. Now he's only recently become so more interested in his church stuff. He has generally done a more general type of commentary. But lately he's been with this church stories, right? And I think primarily because of the story of William McRae. Okay, lately when you go there, they're all arguing with each other. Just when you think you're comfortable with who is fighting who, you come back and now their other ones are fighting with people who you thought were friends last week. And so I've been trying to trace these arguments, and I seriously cannot keep up. So lately now this other guy, Daryl Moore, he's shown up on the scene. So now he's fighting with 2 or 3 of them, and then, I don't know, the ones I thought were the best friends, they are beefing with each other. And so they starting to sound a lot like us. A mess, right? No offense. A mess. So the church sector seems to be slowly moving towards Wait a minute. The beef sector. They seem to argue more than we do, and these are all supposed to be church people, right? I'm not sure what the outcome was with William McRae. He started the channel on here, but he never really used it that much. I mean, he was on there once or twice a week or something like that. And we never really get the real rundown on what's going on with him. But recently, he's been like the primary story about him being sued. And I don't know, I think he lost the lawsuit, but losing the lawsuit and actually collecting anything out of these people, are two different things. Anyway, so now I guess this new guy is suing a couple of them, Larry and Conscious. I thought this new guy with Conscious were cool. And I know Larry and Conscious were cool, but you can't, every time you go on there, it's something different. It's something different. The beef. Is beef more entertaining than strangers, celebrities, even in church world celebrities or in secular celebrities? Is it more interesting to watch people argue with each other and fight each other? And these people take it to another level when they actually want to sue each other. So there's been lots of banter going around about this one's going to sue that one and that one's going to sue the other one. And they take it to a different level. So I think they may be in competition for who is actually the beef sector. Is it the church folk or the secular world? Of course, us being black people, most of us, black people love church. So we're all somewhat invested in both sectors, really. If something comes down, a big story comes down, it will bleed into both of these sectors, right? So I'm sure we all have a cursory relationship with these guys as well. I have my favorites. I'm not going to mention them. I'm not going to say mutual. But these guys are just taking this thing to a new level. Then they got this new girl, Andrea. Her story, it seemed to break up a lot of these relationships, these ongoing relationships. People are accusing other people, and they're very freely, they challenge each other's sexuality. They do just as much queen, bitch, and all that as we do. So I think we have competition, people. But it's entertaining to watch. If you are not already watching these guys, watch this church people carry on. Now, I'm sure that the ones who are doing well do not want any part of this thing. But you know how it goes on social media. People are climbing, and they're stepping on whoever they have to step on to get the recognition. So tonight, I was giving them the recognition because I was trying to follow. And I kept getting lost because I thought those two were friends. No. These two are against that one. No, now that one is against the other one, the one on the sidelines. He's come into the fold now. And now they're suing each other, and they're suing various preachers, pastors get involved in these things. Pastors are suing content creators for libel, slander. It's a lot. It's a lot. So people in this sector, we'll just call it for right now the beef sector. Don't feel like you're the only ones. Don't feel like you're the only ones that out of control. The church people are right along with us, right? So if you care, if you're interested, Larry Reed, William McRae, King Jives, Daryl Moore is the new one, Conscious TV, Andrea, what's her name? Andrea. Well, she has a story, but she's been doing commentary as well. And of course, Usher Board will keep us posted on a lot of it. If you're bored with us, you can go over and put your toe in that. All right? I just think it's interesting. It's interesting because it used to be all independent, and they were all doing their independent thing. But more and more, they start to merge, what do you call it? Mesh. And now they're just as screwed up as we are.